like, I'm not sure if it's a time travel, but they said, my wife said, I continuously talking for 10 days without sleeping. But my doctor said it's good that you didn't sleep, otherwise you might be paralyzed. Or my doctor said to my wife, it's 75% that I will be paralyzed after my operation. 75%. And then they said, worse for worse is you might not break through with the operation, then you might go to heaven like this. But miraculously, even my doctor said my operation is a miracle. Because after 10 days of being in the ICU, at 4:30 a.m. I woke up. I removed my urine catheter. I woke up without any assistance and went to the hospital. I went to the comfort room. And then usually they said if you have a brain surgery, you will start learning how to talk like a child. But I don't know, but even my doctor said it's a miracle. I can talk freely without forgetting because I can speak four languages: Japanese, English, my dialect, Ilocano, and sometimes a little bit Bisaya. And then, of course, Tagalog. And then, actually, if you can see, from here to here, they open the brain. And then, during my stay in the ICU, I believe I time travel, I experienced time travel. And the first thing I can... I can really vivid remember is I saw many people from Bicol in my tribal, especially in my tribe. Yesterday when we are visiting them, I saw the place, the cove, the place is like the shape is cove. And I saw in Lipason when I saw Tumabanate to my tribe, that the place I see. When we went here 2019, I didn't remember that place, but I see in my. They said it's a dream, but I believe I traveled. And then many people there are praying. And then when I asked, what are they doing like this? And then somebody told me that they are praying for you. That's the reason why I came here, really to thank you personally. Even though my doctor, they don't allow me to travel long. And then usually my friend, who is a doctor also, was amazed. Because after 2 months, my doctor permitted me to travel by plane. And then, that's why I have this inner desire to thank you directly, because I know you, because I can recover quickly because of your prayers. And then during my time travel, I considered it as time travel because when I saw the place in Lipason, in Mabanate, like a cold place like this, I can really remember this is the place when I went. And then I asked them, what are they doing? And then somebody answered me, they are praying for you. Like this. So actually my doctor, even my wife and my siblings don't allow me to travel a long time. Even they said, even my medical doctor's friend said it's unusual for a certain individual who just have been for a brain surgery they will allow you to travel. But my doctor said, you can travel after 2 months. You can travel by plane. So I take this opportunity really to thank everyone. I know that you have prayed for me, and it's really I felt that I was being Um, my recapitulation is quick because of your prayers. When I saw many people are praying, and then I believe when I wake up, I can walk without assistance. I can speak without any disabilities on my speech. I can speak Ilocano, I can speak Japanese, English of course, and Tagalog. And then during my stay in ICU, the doctor called my wife, and then they said you have to sign. And then maybe after the surgery, 75% he will be paralyzed. And then worst is for worst, he will go to heaven. That is very definite when the doctor said to my wife. And then, sorry, I'm a little bit emotional because I can feel that God gave me another chance to live because I still have mission, especially in Bicol. With my tribe, and then I cannot, actually, I said to my doctor, I will just stay in Manila. But I cannot really, I feel that I have to go to Bicol. And thank you personally. And then my sisters, my siblings in Manila, they said, no, you cannot travel because even if by plane, the pressure is very, usually, according to my doctor's friend, you cannot travel by plane or for a long time after 6 months if you have this kind of brain surgery. But I'm confident Heavenly Parents given me a second chance. Actually, this is my third chance of life already. I was also being, when I was college, I was announced dead also in my hometown, 1991. And this time, many people expecting that maybe I could recover after 6 months, maybe I will have disabilities like this. But thanks to our Heavenly Parents, they have given me all the I don't have any disabilities. Instead of this one, this mark, as you can see, from here to here. And then, when I'm in Manila, I just have the feeling that I have to go to Bicol. And then they said, you cannot, because we just arrived last 17, and then I have the feeling that I have to go to Bicol. And then actually, I lied to my wife. When I said, I just messaged, we are now going to Bicol. And then he is very surprised because he said, you cannot ride a plane anymore, like, because they have given only from Japan to Manila. So, we ride a bus from Manila going here, and then it's my first time. When we went here last 2019, I drove our car, so I didn't feel so much about the rocky road that we have to go through. But in Quezon area, I cannot sleep because all the way, like jumping, the bus is jumping like this. So, but I didn't tell to my wife, otherwise she would be worried about that one. But I'm confident and I have this strong feeling that since God has given me a second life, I believe He has given me a second life because I have a mission to fulfill in Bicol. I have my tribe. Sorry, I'm very emotional with this part because before I got this kind of brain surgery, while actually my work in Japan is I'm supervising the Filipino trainees, mostly mechanic. So I have to travel 259 kilometers by myself. I have to travel and then roam around the car dealers for 3 days. But during that time, I have to stay in a hotel because it's impossible for me to travel for 1 day and roam around like this. But during that time, I have this kind of feeling that I have to go home and see my grandchild. because my first grandchild was born last April. So instead of staying in the hotel, I said I have to go home. But before that, I'm helping trainees, as I said a while ago. For 2 months, I don't have any holiday. I work Saturday, Sunday, and then if they transfer from one place to another, I help them. Because why I choose this job? Because it's a part of our mission, witnessing. While I'm driving and then bringing them to the airport like this, I tried my best to witness them, especially chapter 2. Because mostly our OFW, overseas Filipino workers, the problem is Filipinos that easily homesick. So if somebody will care them abroad, they will not easily have a chapter 2 problem. So I tried my best to witness them about not to do the chapter 2 problem while you are in abroad like this. So I've been, suddenly I have a challenges in my work because one of our interpreter suddenly stopped from work. So I have to double my effort. I'm supervising 148 Filipinos. So I have to roam around, and then I cannot do this without doing Saturday, Sunday also. So I experienced having a Zoom meeting while driving. Actually, it's against the law in Japan, but I will try my best to only attend by Zoom. And then, while going back to my home, that day, I'm supposed to stay in a hotel. But I felt I have to see my first grandchild, my daughter's son. And then, I really, even though a little bit tired, I went home 259 kilometers going back home. So in order to do that, I have to drive straight without any rest. While driving going home, I saw a beautiful sky. And then I cannot feel, but first time in my life to pray. Heavenly parents, I have many plans in my life. We have plans in my tribe. But what is if it's your will, it will be done. Because I'm trying to I want to visit Bicol August. But I'm sure they will not permit me because I'm the only one supervising my team. Because one member already resigned. So I don't have any reason for them to go to Bicol. So I said, if it's your will, it will be done. And then I got a brain. I have a brain attack. And then, like I said, I have to be operated 9 hours. And my doctor said, normally, the blood vessels diameter of a normal person is 5 millimeter. But in my case, only 2.3 millimeter. That's why my doctor said, 75% you will be paralyzed or you will die. And then my wife was shocked about this one. So, if you see the expectation, maybe if I wake up, I will be paralyzed. Or if I will not wake up, I will go to heaven already like this. But after 10 days of being in the ICU, I can wake up and then normally I walk, going to the comfort room. And then when my nurse asked me, please sit down in the wheelchair, I said, I can walk normally. And then I can speak with my foreign languages. That's why they said it's a miracle. And I strongly believe this is really the work of our heavenly parents. And according to True Mother, we have to testify on the almightiness of our Heavenly Father, of our heavenly parents from right now. That's why I went to Bicol, even though they didn't allow me, just to say that really our heavenly parents is alive. If we have this kind of sincere desire to really live and work in the providence, nothing is impossible with our true parents, with our heavenly parents. I want to tell you this because through mother's telling, we have to really testify. We have to witness people. And I felt that is one of my way of thanking heavenly parents, heavenly true parents, that He have given me a second chance of life because I have still a mission to do, especially here in Bicol. So, actually, it's a secret. I didn't tell to my doctor that I traveled to Bicol 10 hours. Otherwise, maybe he will get angry or he will be... And then with the jumping bus along the way. But I was really, when within 2 days, I visited my tribe. I didn't feel any, because I'm suffering from itchiness in my skin because they said like the effect of the operation. But when I arrived in the Philippines, I cannot feel any itchy feeling like this. And I'm very empowered. And then my sister every day, and then my wife every day calling me, are you okay like this? And then I didn't use even my allergy medicine. So really, I just want to testify about this one. If really we have our faith, God can do miraculous things in our life.
I do.
I do.
So, He has given me a second life, and I'm really determined to spend the rest of my life supporting our mission here in Bicol.
I do.
So, we've been traveling for 2 days, but I don't feel any tiredness, I'm being powerful when I see my tribe. They welcome me, and even, in Lipason. Also, it's a miraculous thing. When we blessed them, 2019, and then the barangay captain of that area, when I returned to Japan, I met one of my trainees, and we become close. We are talking about life. He is also experiencing many challenges in her family. Her wife had a breast cancer, and he always got sick. But there's a feeling that I have. This brother is also like, there's something, he has a good heart in him. And then while we are talking, we found out that he is from Lipason.
Oh.
And then the barangay captain is his brother.
Oh my God.
And the one we blessed them 2019 is the mother itself. As you see,
Miracle
and then
talaga.
when we are trying to contact them, the problem is the internet is so poor in Lipason, and we cannot call our barangay captain. So what he did is he went to the pier, to the boat terminal for us to communicate with him. And when I meet him, I asked what is the project we can do. And then they said is internet booster. Because as you see now, we are on online by Zoom, but it's, the Philippines is very famous in poor internet. So we have decided when we visited them yesterday, the other day, that I determined that I will donate let's say booster. And then the brother who is my trainee in Japan, he surveyed good one booster. So that is my project next time. So I have to earn money also to support that project. And I believe really because our tribe, they cannot come here when we have Sunday service, that if we could have a good booster, then they can join in our Sunday service online.
Yes.
Yes. So I have determined to do the project of internet booster in Lipason and also in Mabanate.
Wow.
So
I do.
really, and today we will be visiting the parents of my scholar beneficiaries, and then Actually, he just finished 21 days. Now he's staying in the center.
Wow.
So let's give a big hand to Rochelle and Cheryl. Actually, that is the reason why I tried my best. Actually, we arrived in the Philippines August 17. But before that, there is a big typhoon in Japan. And then my wife and even the TV, they said all the domestic flight is cancelled. But I don't know, after my operation, I have this kind of little bit stronger faith regarding Heavenly Parents. I said, don't worry, don't cancel the flight. We will go even under the typhoon.
No.
So on the 17th, 4 o'clock, the typhoon gone. So we can travel in the Philippines safe and sound. So sorry, we have another schedule for today because we will be going back to Manila this afternoon. I cannot be with you throughout the whole Sunday service, but I just want to thank everyone because I can see first in my this is it's time travel. I believe this is time travel. I can see vividly in my time travel the place of my tribal Bisaya, like a cove like this. Many people are praying, and I believe when Ate Nina told my situation, you have prayed a lot, and I was saved because of your prayers. I believe in that. I strongly believe in that. So without so much ado, because by nature I'm very talkative. I can talk one day like this, But anyway, thanks, Heavenly Parents. They have not. I have not lost any of my language, so I can still talk.
Yes, Aju.
But I want to really do this because they have given me a chance to live. Because I felt there's a mission ahead of me.
Yes.
So I hope the people, family, we will work together. I am very determined to really support the Biblical Providence, even though this is not my hometown.
Yes,
I'm from
yes.
Stella. And my wife, actually, I traveled with my wife, but because in Japan, it's very, very hard to request for a holiday like this. So my wife went back to Japan immediately. But I told to my wife yesterday when we were talking on the phone, I will testify that Heavenly Parents is really alive here in Bicol.
Yes.
And we should really be confident on that. That really Bicol is being blessed by Heavenly Parents, and we have to take this chance. We have many students, very young people, taking responsibility. In Japan, when you are not even allowed to talk about God in the school. My wife is a teacher, elementary school teacher, and I've been teaching in English also in Japan. But you cannot even freely pray when we are taking our lunch in the Jollibee. We can freely pray there without even, and then if people will see you, they have the respect. But in Japan, you cannot pray publicly like this, So, anyway, there are many challenges in the Philippines. Financially, we have many challenges. As you can see in the road, like my wife said, is dancing bus. Because like doing it like this. But I believe God is blessing the Philippines. God is blessing Bicol. And we should have the confidence that if we have this kind of faith through our Heavenly Parents, miracle will happen.
Yes.
And I'm very confident on that. So we will work together. Actually, my 3 children, my youngest son, went here last July, and he was really being like exalted spiritually when he went to Bicol. Because they said the Bicolanos have this kind of warm heart. Actually, it's not discriminating, but say, I don't like Manila. People don't have heart in Manila like this, So he likes Bicol very much. So, anyway, sorry, this is not the sermon. Anyway, I'm just thanking everyone. And I really, I cannot promise 100%, but I'm very more than willing to support the Bicol Providence, especially the HTM. And maybe we could really work hand in hand, especially the youth, especially the student. It's only you can see in the people who are, the students are very active, they are taking responsibility, they are the one initiating projects like this. So, I really determined we can help with our group in Japan to really help you financially, even though not 100%. So, we will try our best that we can work together.
Yes.
So, maraming salamat po. And then, really, we are gaining power from the Bicol. Those staying in Japan, because you know, your life in Japan is work, house, work, house, work, house. You don't even have time to do the TikTok. Like this, you know, you don't have time. Always, they said, work, work, work. You are not accepted to be late like this. So, thank you for giving me this opportunity to thank everyone, especially also in the Zoom. Special mention to Brother Jaime Benga, James Benga. Actually, Brother James Benga appeared in my dream. He's the one who requested a special prayer in the Catholic Church in my place in Suzuka, Japan. And then I believe there are also my friend, my colleagues in the elementary school who is a Iglesia ni Cristo prayed. So, as True Mother said, we should go beyond religion. We should go beyond our doctrines. So, if we introduce Heavenly Parents to everyone, it's not you stop on your religion and then go to the Unification Church. It's not saying like that. As long as they can feel in us that God is working within us, people will believe in us. So maybe we could always have the confidence about this one, and I am very willing to spend the rest of my life supporting the providence of our Heavenly Parents, our true parents.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, my brothers and sisters.